Hi folks, Bob Dale for Southern Remarketing in Jackson, Mississippi. Those of you who watch our sales know that we sell diesel trucks, folks, and we sell lots of them because we like them. Our customers like them. They are such value, such bargains. We're going to list a truck today, folks. It's absolutely as pretty a truck as you ever laid eyes on. Absolutely a wonderful truck. The great part about it is that it's absolutely perfect, and it's going to be a real bargain, folks. I don't know how they sell these trucks for $75,000 or $80,000 when 4 or 5 years down the road we have them and we sell them for the prices we do. I don't know how Dan got this truck bought where he can sell it at the price he's talking about, but it is going to have a great low price, low reserve, and you'll like everything about this truck. I do. It's a 2008 F350 2008 single rear wheel truck. Got everything on the inside. It's a Lariat, got navigation, heated seats and all that. Sitting on a great set of tires, alloy wheels, just everything about it is beautiful. Paint work is perfect. It's only got 107,000 miles on it, been tuned and deleted. I mean, this is a great truck. It's going to be a great bargain too. Look at it. I mean, this truck stands up good, looks good, paint's perfect on it. Windshield's not cracked, no, the windshield's perfect. No pecks, no pings. Look at it. The interior is immaculate. A non-smoker's truck. The headliner's perfect. The leather is absolutely as nice as it can be the day it left the factory. Got navigation, got everything. Windows, door locks, tilt, cruise, stereo. These mirrors fold, son. Yeah. Folding side mirrors. 1-ton 4-wheel drive. Look at it. Never been on a work site. Never been a farm truck. This has been someone's daily driver to have no more miles than that of 2008. Then the back seat didn't look much any nicer when it left the factory. See all this? Look at the door jambs. And that's the way we got it. Our boys can't clean anything up. No paint work. Never had any. Look under here, spares underneath it, just like
the extra leaf for the tow package. Got a B&W turnover ball.
You may not need that ball, folks, but like we always tell you, if it's an FX4 wheel drive off-road, we always tell you, if you ever do, you've got it. It doesn't cost you anything, and that is a gosh awful expensive item to go have done if you ever need to pull something. The bed's not beat up. You can look down, you can see how straight the lines are. The wheels are perfect.
Got a full exhaust system to go with the Dpf Delete 4-inch exhaust. I think that's 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But it's not loud.
I mean, folks, you can go pay $75,000, $80,000 for a truck just like this, 70, and it'll smell good for about a week. And then guess what? You'll have this truck right here. Look at the carpet. Can you show? Look at that carpet. It's perfect. The door jambs all up in here. I mean, it's just the way it ought to be. These wheels are pretty. Matching set of tires, good tires.
20-inch BF Goodrich.
Not anything not to like about this truck, folks. If you're looking for a diesel truck as an everyday driver, truck you go to church in, I'm talking about, go to work, or if you got a job site or you've got a farm and you need a work truck, trust me, you can't hook anything to this truck. It will pull anything you got the nerve to hook to it, do it in style and ride good. Everything about it is just the way it ought to be. Runs and drives the very best. My name is Bob Dale. My phone number is 601-218-1223. 601-218-1223. If you have a question about this truck, call me. If you want to know anything about the reserve or any of that, give me a call. We'll be glad to talk about it. We don't have any secrets, real easy to deal with. We put these trucks on here. I tell you to call me, folks, or call Dan. We put our trucks on the internet to sell. We don't put them on there to exhibit. You look at these other people, they'll be asking $30,000 for a truck. They're exhibiting their truck. You ask us, we'll have one just like it. We want 18 for it. We do this to sell them, not to show them. although we are kind of proud of some of them like this. This is a great truck, great look. Everything about it's just right. It's a 2008 Ford F350 1-ton dually FX4 4-wheel drive, single rear wheel, got it all. The interior is absolutely immaculate. Got navigation and everything. Spares under it just like it should. Believe me when I tell you, you'll like this truck more in person than you do in this video. If you've been looking for a truck, please don't go out and get robbed on a truck that's going to cost you $40,000 to drive it 4 or 5 years, when you can buy a truck like this and drive it 4 or 5 years for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, if that much. Thank you so much for watching our video, folks. We're trying to sell a great truck we like a lot. You'll like it too. We appreciate our many customers around the world. Thanks for watching our video. We look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi.
Hi folks, Dan Dale here. You've been listening to my dad talk about this truck. Now I'm going to take you on a test drive, but before I do, just want to show you a few things. First of all, we don't clean under hoods. This truck is just, this is how it came in. We hadn't done anything but rinse it off the outside. We don't touch under the hoods. So you can tell it hadn't been out mud bogging and stuff. Good set of batteries. Got a high flow intake. You can see from these impact marks on the core support bolts, that means the radiator's been replaced, so that's been taken care of. That radiator recall on these, so no worries there. Got a high flow intake elbow, knocks about 100 degrees off your exhaust temperatures. The EGR cooler's been deleted. Main thing I want to show you, you can see there's no blow by. Now there's a little bit of smoke, which smoke is no big deal as long as it's not puffing. And you can look at all my old 6.4 videos. Every 6.4 since it was new has smoke. But the main thing is, you see I set the oil filler cap down, it doesn't blow off. If your oil filler cap blows off, that means you got engine compression getting past the crankcase and into the motor, and it means you got a wore out engine. But not the case with this one. I will shut the hood and hop in and take you on a test drive. Okay folks, now we're in the truck and we're ready to go. First of all, you'll have to excuse my shaky camera work because, as always, I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other on some of the worst roads in the entire city of Jackson. So even though the video may look a little shaky when you're watching it, rest assured the truck itself has a great ride and drive. But one thing you can take away from all these bumps and stuff I'm running over is that there's no clunks, no rattles, no bangs, nothing like that. It's tight, doesn't make a lot of racket when you're driving it. Everything's quiet inside. You can see, of course, no warning lights are lit. I'll show you that again here shortly. It's got the steering wheel controls for your cruise, your stereo, heated seats. It's got a power adjustable pedal. It's got tow command. Got the upfitter switches. Of course, got the power tow mirrors with memory. Windshield is in perfect shape. No rock pecks, no cracks, none of that. Got the overhead console in it. Got navigation, and it works. You can see it showing where we're at, or you may not can see. I'm zoom in a little bit, or zoom out, whichever I'm trying to do. I need one more hand, that's what I need. But anyway, it works, so no issues there. Dash isn't cracked. It's got heated mirrors. You can see we're going 65 going down the road just like it should. And the good thing about this truck is, like Dad said, it's tuned and it's deleted. Now what that delete does is it gets rid of the DPF, the diesel particulate filter, or some people call it the soot filter, which on newer trucks it's not that big a deal. The newer trucks use that regen fluid, they call it, and you don't have to worry about you know, hurting your economy more than a mile or two per gallon. But on these 6.4s, the way they clean the soot filter is to dump extra fuel into the back two cylinders and burn it out. And what that does first of all, it just kills your fuel economy. And second of all, if you don't stay on top of your oil changes, it eventually will thin out your oil and just you'll have all kinds of problems. So that's the one thing about these 6.4s. You've got to stay on top of your service. You got to change the oil every 5,000 miles. You've got to change the fuel filters every other oil change, and you got to use Ford filters. You can't use aftermarket, which, you know, the dealer will change the oil in one of these. I don't know about where you are, but here in Jackson for $100, and you can't hardly go buy 15 quarts of oil and Ford filters for that, not much less than that. So, you know, just let them do it. The fuel filters I would do myself. They charge a little too much, I think, to install 2 fuel filters that are easy to do, but that's up to you. But it's only every 10,000 miles, so not hard to stay on top of. I don't know if you can tell from this video, but this truck is quiet. There's not a lot of extra diesel noise. There's no exhaust leaks. One thing that I like about this tune is that in your just average driving, it doesn't smoke. But if you want to make it smoke, somebody gets on your tailgate or something, if you hit the gas just right, you can smoke them out. It's called rolling coal. And like I said, the way it's set up now doesn't do it unless there's a certain way to give it throttle that it'll do it. But in your average driving, unless you just sit there and let it just doesn't do it. So we can adjust that. We can adjust the power. When you do a Dpf delete like we've done on this one, that does 2 things. First of all, it picks up anywhere from 5 to 7 miles per gallon because you've taken a restriction out of the exhaust. And this one has a full new exhaust, by the way, but it's not loud. Just, you can hear inside the cab, it's not loud. There's no droning. Doesn't make a lot of racket. It's quiet because these turbos quiet them down a lot. But anyway, you pick up a 5 to 7 miles per gallon, first of all, and second of all, you can get a lot more horsepower, which you can also leave it stock. You don't have to turn up the power. Stock is 350, and just removing the DPF restriction alone is good for about 20 or 30. So you can just not touch it and be fine. But the good part is you can also crank up the power. You can turn these up from the stock 350 to 650 horsepower, and it doesn't hurt them. You don't have to put head studs in them. You don't have to do anything else. You can just turn it up and drive. And that's, my last truck had a 6.4 in it, and I wish my new truck did too. It's got a 6.7, but these 6.4s, they're reliable. You can crank them up without a bunch of trouble. And we'll do that for you at no extra charge. We'll set the power wherever you want it. So if you pick it up in person, we'll go on a test drive and play around with it. Or if you want to have it shipped, we'll talk about it over the phone, about what you're going to do with it and what your needs are and everything, and figure out a good setting to put it on for just all around driving. So don't let that confuse you. It's real easy. And if you want to call me, I can explain it further. But anyway, the delete's done, so you're ahead of the game, because that's an expensive job to do a DPF delete, tune it, and a whole new exhaust system. So somebody has spent the money on this truck, especially the EGR delete. That's harder to do than the DPF. Way more involved process, and you don't even have to do it. A 6-liter, you have to delete the EGR cooler, but these trucks, you just don't. It's not necessary. So, you know, the fact that somebody spent that extra money to do it kind of tells you how this truck's been taken care of. And it's obviously been taken care of well. Got low miles, runs good, drives good. We wouldn't hesitate to drive this truck anywhere. So if you want to fly in, drive it home, you can. We'll pick you up at the airport, no extra charge, bring you back here, do all the paperwork and feedback and everything, make it a real smooth transaction. And of course, we also understand most of our trucks go up north because ours aren't rusted out. So not everybody has 2 or 3 extra days to take off and come drive a truck home. So we're now set up, we can help you with shipping. If you look at these online websites that give you generic shipping quotes, don't let the prices scare you off, because we can save you as much as 50% off of those prices, just depending on how much of a hurry you're in. But we can usually save you at least 20 or 30% right off the bat. So just something to keep in mind. We do all the work for you. We're set up with this site, all these brokers that charge you a $200 or $300 deposit, and all they're doing is they're charging you that to get on the same website that we are and post your truck for moving until somebody finds it and accepts it. It's like an online bulletin board, basically. You just put the ad up. But anyway, we pay the money for access to that. It comes out of our pocket, no charge to you. We don't charge any, we don't make anything on shipping. We just do it as a courtesy to our customers to make the shipping process a little easier. If you're curious about what it'll cost to ship, call me or shoot me a text or email me with your zip code, and I'll be glad to give you a ballpark figure on that. And like I said, we've got the smoke turned up, but we can turn the smoke down where it doesn't smoke at all. That's a possibility too. But right now, this sucker will go. It will flat go. But like I said, we can turn it wherever you want it. If you have any other questions about this truck, want us to explain the DPF or the regen or anything like that, just give me a call. You can see we've been driving nearly 10 minutes, no warning lights lit. And I always like to show that after I've been driving one a little while, so you can see no warning lights lit. And now what I'll even do, turn it off, crank it back up. You can see the engine light, the ABS, the airbag, all the lights work. They come on and go off. So if you have any questions, like I said, give me a call. Otherwise, we appreciate you watching our video and hope to see you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you.